Coach, one of your primary roles at Louisville was a recruiting coordinator as the assistant. How do you plan on using your recruiting experience as a head coach in Bloomington?
I've had success with a whole program recruiting, and so we as a coaching staff, head coach, assistants, everybody in the program, it's a real recruiting mindset that we have. So everything we do is based on recruiting and what we can do for the student athlete. So from my side, I want all my coaches to have that part, and I'll still be a big part of recruiting also.
One of your bigger areas to cover has been the Midwest in your past. What can you say about the importance of getting those players from the Midwest and more specifically here in the home state of Indiana?
Our number one goal is to get Indiana kids, and just because we want kids that want to be Hoosiers. I don't want kids to feel pressured into coming here. We want them to be, from the state of Indiana. We'll recruit outside also, but Indiana as a state, from a baseball talent-wise, is tremendous. I mean, year in and year out, they're bringing out guys everywhere, and our goal is to, I say, close down the borders, but try to keep as many of them as we can in-state.
What are some of the bigger things that you look for when you're out recruiting more than maybe just a good hitter or a power hitter or a power pitcher? What are some of the smaller things that you may look for in a player?
We're looking for makeup, and I know makeup's a very general thing, but when you play 4 or 5 games a week, you're looking for kids who can show up and bring it every day, play with a high energy level, have a passion for working, and that's why I have to have relationships with all the summer coaches, because sometimes you got to lean on those guys to figure out who those guys are in your program.
Coach, from a coaching philosophy, what is your type of style that you go out there from where you coach maybe at first base, third base, to your managing style, to using small ball, anything like that?
We're going to be we want to have a pressure offense. So from that side, on the offensive side, we want to be able to do multiple things. We'd like to hit for some power. We'd also like to be able to steal some bases and be able to use the inside game so you can win some games some different ways. But the nuts and bolts of the program will be pitching and defense. I mean, we have to pitch and play defense to be where we want to be at the end of the year.
What do you think your biggest expectation, maybe thing to climb over, is the transition from an assistant coach to the head coach?
I just think the day-to-day motivation. I think the biggest part about being a college baseball coach is keeping your team together, keeping them focused. It's a long season. There's a lot of failure in baseball, so trying to keep all your guys, you usually have 9 guys that are happy in their lineup, and you have another 9 who aren't playing, and you got some pitchers who aren't pitching, and everybody has value in their roles, and so that's probably the biggest thing as a head coach.
Is there one word or phrase that you can use to describe your coaching style?
That's a tough question. So I would just say energetic, passionate, trying to, I love to coach. I love to play the game. I tell the kids all the time, that's what we want to do. We don't want to deal with things off the field. We would like to be able to get out here and coach and have fun playing the game.